Hello everyone and welcome to Adventist News Update, where we bring you the news from around the South Bahamas Conference and the world. Thousands of Seventh-day Adventists witnessed the official launch of the second phase of the Inter-American Division's Revival and Reformation Initiative, which took place on July 22nd live online from the International Convention Center in San Salvador, El Salvador. The new initiative, coined Heeding the Word, will focus on the in-depth study of the Scriptures, the Church's fundamental doctrines, and the prophetic ministry of Ellen G. White, one of the Church's co-founders. The program brought church leaders from throughout the Inter-American Division's 21 church regions to participate in the comprehensive initiative set to continue during the next months and years. Administrators from this region, the Atlantic Caribbean Union Mission, were on hand for the launch. On Monday, July 25th, the office staff and pastors from the South Bahamas Conference closed their headquarters for the day in order to assist with the work at the New Bahamas Academy on Marshall Road. No job was too big or too small for the eager workers to undertake. Along with the regular crew of workers, dedicated parents, members, and the faithful teachers, there was a tremendous improvement to the campus grounds when they finally retired their work tools for the evening. A special thank you is extended to all, but it doesn't end here. Your support is still needed over the upcoming 4 weeks beginning this Sunday to assist us with painting, landscaping, and the clearing of construction debris. 4 skilled carpenters are needed for this Sunday and Monday to work on a number of projects, as well as masons to build and plaster the school's walls. 10 group leaders have been assigned to guide you smoothly through the workday. Additionally, if there are students who need to accumulate community service hours, now is the perfect time. The investiture of over 200 adventurers and pathfinders was the hallmark of the youth emphasis this month for the Cayman Islands Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Director Barry Shane Saunders, Pathfinder Corporation President of the South Bahamas Conference, was on hand for the special activities which commenced on July 8th and ran through the 11th. An installation service was held on Saturday, July 9th at the Georgetown Seventh-day Adventist Church under the caption "Standing Tall for Christ." Saunders charged a hard-working pathfinders to utilize their training for the service of God and to be the best example of a pathfinder they can be. Throughout July, the teens and young adults are taking the leading roles in their various churches, serving as youth pastors, head elders, deacons and deaconesses, etc. On Friday, July 8th, Director Saunders addressed a dynamic group of youth who are a part of a new initiative called I Serve. This program was designed to encourage youth to exercise their God-given talents to further the work of the gospel on the island of Cayman. Saunders was also the Divine Hour speaker for the Savannah Seventh-day Adventist Church on Sabbath, July 9th. The weekend of activities climaxed with the philosophy of youth leadership training, which was attended by various ministry leaders on the island. The Cayman Islands Conference is one of the 3 fields that make up the Atlantic Caribbean Union Mission. Pastor Eric Danny Clark, president of the Cayman Islands Conference, his fellow administrators, and Merle Ansa Watkins, Pathfinder coordinator, are commended for allowing the South Bahamas Conference to be a part of this youth initiative and for their dedication to the development of our young people in this region. In Adventist World News, a religious liberty forum was held by the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the Mexican state of Chiapas on July 16, 2011, in a bid to improve the situation of Protestant Christians in the region who in recent decades have faced increased local resistance as it relates to religious freedom. The meeting, which sought to raise awareness of the challenges to religious liberty in Chiapas, brought together some 600 church pastors and lay people from 3 regions in southern Mexico, along with religious liberty experts and local government officials. Adventist World Church Public Affairs and Religious Liberty Director John Graz, who spoke at the event, thanked the Mexican officials for their ongoing efforts to protect freedom of conscience, noting that in some countries such a festival would be forbidden. While Mexico's national constitution makes provisions for religious liberty, local religious customs and traditions often usurp the law in Chiapas. Graz said, although they garner little attention from the international community, recent cases of violence directed towards Protestants in the region, among them Adventists, intensify the need to protect the region's tenuous enforce religious liberty. New Protestant converts declining to participate in monthly festivals of religious saints can face arrest. Although not clearly categorized as religious intolerance, the recent cases of Adventist families expelled from their communities in the highlands of Chiapas and an Adventist family gunned down on the way to church last month in Hoxton, Chiapas, are especially troubling. Adventist religious liberty experts have followed the situation in Chiapas for years, noting that thousands of Protestants have been affected since the mid-1990s. It is said that Mexico is a democratic society, but these challenges prove that religious freedom is fragile and at risk wherever we are not aware and vigilant. However, Abraham Madero, Director of Religious Ministers at the Secretary of Government in Mexico City, said that recent restructuring of the country's human rights legislation offers an open door to expand religious liberties outlined in the Constitution. The region has also launched a program to develop a culture of peace in Chiapas by helping communities establish an environment of friendship and agreement. Already, 1,000 citizens have undergone training to address problems in their respective communities. Let us continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in that region. In a few weeks, a part of the Lazio region in Italy will be light green. It is the color of the uniforms of the Adventist Pathfinders who will come together in that country from all the European countries, America, South America, Asia, and Africa for the International Camporee. This event takes place every 5 years in a different country each time. From the 1st to the 8th of August, 2,300 boys and girls aged 12 to 16 years will cross the Alps and the seas to get to Baden-Powell Park near Bassano Romano Viterbo. For 1 week, Bassano Romano will be the center of the Pathfinders world. The theme of the camp is Walking with Paul. The young people will meet the Apostle Paul, chief guide of faith, the man who experienced extraordinary adventures, the one who was able to challenge his world. Through a play, campers will travel with Paul, stopping in a different city every day: Ephesus, Philippi, Cyprus, Athens, Corinth, and Malta. Of course, Rome will be the last stop of their trip, not far from the location of the Camporee, the city that still retains some places where Paul lived. The Seventh-day Adventist Pathfinder organization was founded in 1907 and has over 10 million followers. The Pathfinder World Headquarters is in Silver Springs, United States, and the organization is present in almost all countries of the world. Pathfindering is the bedrock of the Seventh-day Adventist Church here in the Bahamas, so feel free to join one of our local clubs in your neighborhood. Well, that's all the news for now. On behalf of all of us here at the South Bahamas Conference headquarters, have a happy Sabbath. I'm Andrea Musgrove for Adventist TV.